Peace, peace, peace. In the now of the one, the only now, and the only one. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. I appreciate you for being in this seemingly timeless loop and perpetual cycles that we find ourselves in. And each peak of the cycle better than we were before. I'd hope so. Please like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to, only if you feel called to. It's absolutely game time as your power returns in many ways. More than likely, your reality has been forcing you to shed off dense energies in many forms, whether it be in the form of people, places, circumstances, events. Who knows what it is for your personal incarnation, but I know collectively we are purging so much energy that has been in our aura, so much energy that has been in our field that has been hindering us from actually being able to express our truth fully. The train is on its way, so you're going to hear the train, so don't mind it. Once it goes by and the noise is pretty loud, I'll probably just drop down within myself really quickly, and then I'll come right back. I am back in the United States of America, and one thing that I will say, being here, everything has changed, but nothing has changed. Everything has changed, though, but nothing has changed. I've changed. I've changed deeply, so my awareness is a lot more heightened in regards to how I see things, how I see life. And I will say, I have to say that in all of my journeys and all of my travels and everywhere that I've been and the energies that I felt, there's nowhere on the planet Earth to me like the United States of America. How you know? I was there. I was in these places, so I know. Energetically, it could be the feeling of home. It could be that, but I don't think that that's what it is. I think that there's something that's come from America. Peace, gratitude. Thank you for being here. Please, y'all make sure y'all like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. Only if you feel called to. It supports me deeply. All things MMT is in a link in my bio. I will be having a live performance that I will be streaming from TikTok on my birthday, which is the 28th of August. It's either the 28th or the 29th. I'll get back to y'all. The 28th or the 29th, I'll be live streaming from TikTok, but also I'll be live streaming from IMU TV, which is independent music television, which I signed with a couple of weeks ago to get my music videos on Roku and Fire Stick and Apple TV and all that good stuff. So I've been signing a couple of deals in the past couple of weeks that have been supporting my music reality. So I'll be streaming live Distance Between Us, right? I'll be performing that too. I'll be performing Blame It on Kanye. I'll be performing Letters from the Past. If you haven't heard Letters from the Past, thank you so much. Thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate you for real. Lord, thank you so much. Everybody that's in here, peace to you, right? Okay, now let's continue, right? Because it is a heightened, it's heightened reality. We always say that, but it gets more and more intense, and the mirror of the intensity is mirrored in the reality, meaning synchronistic events and things happening in your life, things becoming more aligned with you and for you. That is a sign of heightened energy, but that's like the good sign. But like another sign of the heightened energies is that anxiety that comes up, the fear that comes up, the confusion that comes up. Because again, if we're multidimensional beings, if we're beings that exist beyond space-time, and we're having a space-time experience, it can be very confusing seeing all the timelines at once. Right? That's where the confusion comes into play. The confusion is that we have infinite timelines that we can travel down. It's like, which one do I choose, though? That's the type of energy that we have. But the point is now you're becoming so quantum that you're jumping so. There's so many opportunities, so many people that you're meeting, so much things going on. That's why I said you have to have the moment in time where you just stop it all. Come back to yourself deeply, powerfully, and then one moment at a time, choose that in which you are going to express, experience, and allow in your life. Like, I'll give you an example. Please like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to, only if you feel called to. Load them gifts up for your favorite content creators. It means the world to us. Here we go. Now, from my vantage point, when I rose, the first thing I did when I rose, I contemplated about my dream and all right, where did I go? Then I made another decision. Okay, what decision am I going to make now? I need a speaker for my performance. Okay, am I going to go buy a speaker or is there a speaker on hand? Oh, my sister has a really big speaker. Okay, cool. Step by step. Don't get overwhelmed by the timelines. There's so many different possibilities. Just take it step by step. Okay, all right, I got this situated. Next, what am I going to do? Okay, well, I'm going to go to the park. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to sun gaze. I'm going to make a few videos. I'm going to ground myself and work out a little bit. That's going to be my little rotation in this moment right here. I'm going to be in nature. I'm going to take some videos, a couple videos. I'll ground myself and I'll work out. That'll be this moment. Okay, what's my next moment? Next moment, I'm going to head to the riverfront. I'm at the river right now. I'm going to go to the river. I'm going to go live. I'm going to speak to the people. And here I am. Right? Break your moments down, right? You have infinite choices, but you'll know which one to choose. And another thing that's big that's been coming up for me in regards to the synchronicities is that Spirit has been telling me that you're chasing after the synchronicities instead of just flowing in the life that you're in, flowing in the now that you're in and continuously doing what you're doing. You're chasing the synchronicities. You're not supposed to chase them. Yeah, follow them. Don't chase them. When you're chasing, I gotta find. No, that's not how it works. It's gonna be in flow. You're gonna live the life. Life's gonna happen. Things are gonna unfold for you. You're not to chase anything. You're not gonna have to force anything. Things are gonna unfold for you. And then, if you're supposed to be a place or do a thing or have a thing, in the unfoldment of your life, naturally, it will come across your way. You gotta chill though. We too thirsty. Oh, I gotta make sure. No, that's not magic. Making shit happen is not magic. Allowing it and trusting your consciousness, that's magic. I trust the wand of my mind. Peace, God. Peace. Gratitude for you being here, man. For real, man. Y'all are amazing supporters, and it really means the world, for real. Y'all make sure y'all like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to, only if you feel called to. Live performance on TikTok coming soon, musically. So I'll be musically performing. Blame It on Kanye, Letters from the Past, Fading Illusions. I'm going to have my twin brother up there with me as well. Peace, God. Peace. So we're going to be performing live for y'all. It's going to be on TikTok. It's going to be on Twitch. Also, if TikTok gets banned, you can catch me on Twitch. I'm going to put the link in my bio for the Twitch account. If TikTok gets banned, you know they be playing with our emotions, so I'm not going to be emotional about it. I'm just going to be like, all right, if you ban it, fuck you. Next. Right. Letters from the Past, my song, man. Yeah. We're going to perform Letters from the Past. Blame It on Kanye. I got some R&B records that I'm going to perform. I've been really pushing the rap records to y'all, because people tend to like the rap, but I have a lot of R&B records as well. That's what I started. I started as an R&B artist, and then, started to really like hone in on my rap skills and things like that a little later on in my career. I was always a rapper, but I started to really start, doing the rap thing a little later on in my career. But R&B is really my first love. So y'all gonna be able to hear these performances and all that good stuff coming soon, within the next couple days, actually. So y'all stay tuned for that. Y'all make sure, thank you so much, Tyrone. Thank you, bro. Word. Right? So now that I'm back in the States, I'm very much so grounded. And I have a lot of things coming. My books are on the way. So if you want to pre-order a book, inbox me. Live performance. I wasn't able to do any of the things that I'm about to do. Like on the road, you can't do these things. So you guys really didn't get the fullness of Moo T, this character that I'm playing. You only got what I was allowed to do, like while I was traveling. Yeah, I had my mic and my recording studio with me, but I wasn't able to really do performances. I wasn't able to really sign books and send books to people and create IRL events, like in real life events for us to come together. Like that's what I'm about to start doing. My first event is going to be in New York. Well, my first event that I'm a part of, that I'm not throwing, is September 20th and the 21st in Austin, Texas. So if you guys want to pull up to that, the link is in my bio. In Austin, Texas, September 20th and the 21st, the Rejuvenation and Awakening Conference. And I'll be a keynote speaker giving a lecture at the conference in Austin, Texas. So if you guys want to support, me directly on my journey throughout this entire thing, you guys can support. I've been getting a good amount of donations, which means the world to me. And all of this is going to my teachings. It's going to my travels so that I can go to these different places and teach. You feel what I'm saying? Now that I'm back in the States, I'm going to be here. I don't really plan on leaving the States for a while. Like, I was gone for 6 months. It's a long time. 6 months is a long time. So I really want to ground myself here, build my foundation more here, and then springboard to the world if I feel called to. Only if I feel called to, right? Not at the behest of other people's energies. If you guys want to support me, hit the PayPal right here, because I did find myself following other people's realities. Although I wanted to experience different things, like when you're with other people's energies, they kind of tend to sway you. Like, and you know, you're a god, you're a goddess, you can make your own decision. But you know, when you love people in the energy, and you want to, you know what I'm saying. So right now, personally, I'm going through a kind of detachment from a romantic partner. Right? That's what I'm going through right now. Like I'm in another reality now. So now I have all of my energy back. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a whole different me that's beginning to be expressed when you don't have other people's energies, not good or bad, just other people's energies that you feel like you have to cater to. It's like, nah, I gotta, like, being in my own energy feels so much more refreshing. I feel so much more at peace. I feel so much more in alignment, right? And I feel like you have to deal with a partner, especially romantically. I know I'm going off on a whole other reality, but romantically, if you're going to deal with a partner, you have to deal with a partner that resonates with your frequency, right? They have to be on your, like, so if you're somebody, peace, refine your own. Exactly, right? So if you're on a, like, I'm a meditator, I'm a contemplator, I work out, I'm on that type of time. That's me. You feel what I'm saying? Peace. Yeah? Peace and abundance to you. I feel you. Peace, God, for real, right? So, once I do get back into the swing of romance in any way, shape, or form, my partner has to be in alignment with those values. They have to be. You can't, it's frequency now. You can't drag people. And you can't drag people into your vibration. It's not going to work. I know personally that when I get back into some type of romantic expression, that being has to be on their own on their own have the desire to wake up and meditate, to wake up and do these things, to have self-motivated qualities that when we merge that creates an explosion. Because when you have a lot of energy and you're with somebody that doesn't really like to meditate, that doesn't really like to, you know, it doesn't drag you, but I can't relate to you because this is, hey, I just came from this transformative meditation and you're heavily in the physical world, and I'm trying to converse with you about these esoteric ideas about reality and life, and it's like flying by you. I can't have that. Not in my life anymore. Peace. You can't. We be trying, but you can't, man. And another thing is, for me personally, this is just me personally, I'm a one-woman man, but I'm not a one-woman man. Nah, just be honest. I have the ability and I have the capability to love more than one person. And I believe that I should be able to, and I will. Moving forward, the partner that I have has to understand that I want to bring in more than one partner. And that's just it. Us as men tend to lie to women as opposed to just being honest with them, right? We lie to them and say, hey, look, like, yeah, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Peace to you in the now of the one. Peace to you in the now of the one. The only now and the only one. Yeah. We tend to lie to women and still try to express our sexual desires, our love desires with other women outside of the relationship because that's what we want. I truly want this, but I'll lie to you because I want you to. That's not the way in this new dimension. This new dimension is strictly about telling the truth and being honest, whether it be whatever sector of life we're talking about. Honesty. So if I'm with women, if I'm with a woman and I truly desire to be with other women, and it's not strictly for sexual pleasure, I desire to be with more than one woman. So if that's the case, then for me personally, if I have a woman, I want to be honest with her about that off rip. You make the decision. You decide. This is what stops everything, right? Has to be grounded in truth, indeed, right? Like, I don't want to be like, hey, look, I as a spiritual man, I have a duty to be honest with whoever it is that I'm engaging with energetically, whether it be sexual or not. So if it is sexual, I want to say, hey, look, you and I rock with you. If we're going to build a relationship, I need you to know that I'm the type of man that desires other women. I'm not saying that I'm going out and I'm sleeping with 1,000 women. What I'm saying is I would like to, if you're open to, invite other or potential partners into our relationship. If you're not with that, that's totally fine. But I laid my cards out on the table and let you know, as opposed to lying to you, stringing you along, and just doing it on the side. That's darkness. Not the thought that this is what I want. Me having the idea that this is what I want is not darkness. Me lying to you about it is the darkness. But if I'm being honest with you, I already laid it out. Maybe your girl would like, I don't have a girl, not any longer. I'm not. No, I'm not. When certain foundations are laid in particular relationships, those foundations are laid, and it's going to be hard to get over. And even if you try to implement something new, there's going to be a level of resentment there. So you have to start it in the beginning. As soon as you start to entertain a person, a man or a woman, if you're starting to peace, y'all make sure y'all like the live, tap the screen, like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to, only if you feel called to. If you're entertaining somebody, my fellas, my dudes, my guys, my niggas, if you're planning on interacting with a woman and you feel that you know what I mean, that you want to entertain more than one woman, right? See if they're open to it. Have a conversation. I promise you, some women are open to it. Some women are open, and it's not all to it. Have a conversation. I promise you, some women are open to it. Some women are open, and it's not all purely. It's not always sexual in nature, right? You just want to have a conversation with them about it. This is all it's about. Is it chopping up for anyone else? It probably was, because I dropped the phone. I dropped the phone for a second. But point is, in this new dimension, it's just all about honesty. Just being honest. Look, hey, look, this is my cards on the table. Listen, this is what it is. I think what it is too is the energy of denial. It's like, if this person doesn't like that, that's cool. You'll find yours. But the point is, don't rock people to sleep. Like, oh, I like you, I rock with you. Yeah, like, yeah, I cut everybody else off. Yeah, I cut them off. If you didn't really cut them off, they're really, like, I'm telling you, it weighs on you. It weighs on you after a while. Tell them, don't change yourself to fit someone else's box. Indeed. Gratitude. Y'all like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to, only if you feel called to. I appreciate you. My name is Moon Man T, God in the flesh. Click the link in my bio. All things Moon Man T are there. I love you as if I love myself, because you are myself. Let's go. All right, so here we go. 33 people in here, beautiful number, beautiful 33s, and the beautiful human beings in the now of the one. I am back in the United States of America as a grounded human being. What that means is I'm not floating. I was floating for 6 months, from one Airbnb to the next, to a fucking boat. I stayed on a boat at one point. I was in Cairo, Luxor, Hurghada, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah. I had a really, really magical time, didn't I? It was magic, wasn't it? It was magic. When I get out of situations and I leave them, they're gone. I rarely, like, reflect. Now that I'm reflecting, like, wow, that was real fucking nice dream I had there. Did it ever exist? But yes, I did have an amazing time. Amazing synchronicities. When I tell you that this particular trip taught me that, in the most literal way, chill the fuck out. Everything is okay. Because I was in environments that were completely strange to me. Thank you, God. Peace to you. Thank you so much. It means the world, for real, for real. If y'all want to support directly, support me on my journey, y'all can hit the PayPal. If you feel called to, only if you feel called to. I don't care if it's $1. It means the absolute world. That is my PayPal, Stephen Lee. Yes, that is my Earth name. I am a Lee. My birthday is coming up the 28th of August. I will be 35 Earth years old. Do I look it? Probably not. Let's continue. Yeah, so I learned during that trip to just trust when I'm telling you there is a force that is you. This is Ready Player One. You have a VR, you got like a VR headset on in some other dimension right now. It's fucking just you, and this is the you that you're experiencing. Like, you gotta trust that there's you. Oh, this is crazy. There's like a you that has like a book full of cheat codes. Like a book full of cheat codes in another dimension that just press boop, 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 boop. Manifestation, you got to live your life like that, because that's what we're in. That's what we're in. That's what we're in. That's what we're in. Feel me. None of this is regular. None of this is logical. It only seems to be. Now, there's a level of logic that you use while you're here, but while you're here, you start to realize that that logic's not going to work in a higher dimension, because there's another dimension beyond the physical one. So something's happening in another realm, in another density, that's making this happen. So let me connect with that version of me that's playing the fucking game. Simple, and I can sit back and observe it, and then act on inspired thoughts, not... Most of our thoughts are inspired, but they're inspired by lack, anxiety, fear, jealousy, ego, rage. They're not inspired by a higher density or dimensional being that's watching the game, that knows how to fucking play, that sees the entire board. And this is when synchronicity comes into play. That synchronicity is the signs from the player. Like, yo, look, are you gonna look or what? Look. Oh, 444. Wow, it's 444. Synchronicity, and that player's like, oh my god, this fucking idiot. It's you. It's you at the higher dimensional, talking to yourself. It's like you're having a conversation with yourself, talking shit to yourself. You're like, bro, you're an idiot or what? Who's an idiot? Bro, you're an idiot, because it's like, bro, like, it's right here. I know, but like, what is it? I tried to tell you what it is and you don't listen. That's like you and God, like, having that back and forth. Like, you and the source, you and your higher self, just back and forth, banter, comedy, funny, different types of voices. But there are other voices that are lower frequency, that, you know what I mean? Yeah, there are other voices. There are other stations on your channel, in your radio, other stations that you could pick up on. And you might not want to listen to those stations, because they're not too empowering, so to speak, right? Like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to, only if you feel called to. Today is Saturday? Sunday? Today's Sunday, I guess. Interstellar was a great reflection of this concept. Interstellar is one of my favorite movies ever. Peace, y'all. Thank you. I cannot pronounce that. I'm so sorry. Fayin? Sorry. Love you, though. Thank you so much for the comment, for the likes, for the shares, for the gifts, for all that sharing and all that. You know, gifts and all that. Here comes the train. Here comes the train. We're going to continue in a second. Let the train do what it does. Amtrak, so it's going to go right by. Okay, so lock in. Fanya. Ooh, Fanya, right? Fanya? Peace. All right, so again, so this trip to Egypt taught me pure trust, because and even now, like, I'm self-employed. So I do TikTok, I sell my books, I do classes, so one-on-one sessions. If you want a one-on-one session, inbox me. So I do sessions, and I'm in crypto, Web3, and NFTs. So I sell my music as NFTs and things like that. And I have a world. So I was relying on that world strictly. Thank you so much, Fanya. I was relying on that world strictly to create my reality in regards to, like, finances. And when my money would get low, there would be a version of me that would be afraid. And I would listen to that version just to see, right? Okay, is this was gonna happen? Are we not gonna have somewhere to be? Or, you know, all the thoughts. And every single time, either the day before or 2 days before I'm supposed to leave wherever I'm leaving, I make a big sale or whatever. I'm talking about my highest self, the highest version of me, is a bit of an asshole. It's a bit of a comic, and I love that about it. I love that. Why? Because it allows me to play the game of life and all my fears and anxieties, and then right at the last moment, boop, here, look, I was just playing with you. I was gonna give it to you the whole time. I just wanted to see how you was gonna react. I like that shit. I like to experiment with you. And it's me. It's not a separate version of me. I know the me that's here, how intellectual I am, how funny I am, how devious I am, how trickster energy I could be. Not in a nefarious way, but in the ways I'm a jokester, I'm a clown, I like the joke, and it would stand to reason that the highest version of me is that times a million. It has the power of existence at its beck and call. So okay, while the body me is like upset about these earthly situations, the other me laughing like, ha ha, you fucking got him. Look, I got, look. He think he not gonna make it. Watch how I'm gonna send him like I'm gonna send him like $300, and he's gonna need exactly $300. But look, this is the kicker. He gonna buy a sandwich, and he gonna wish he didn't buy that sandwich because he needed exactly $300. Look, watch. It's a movie. You gotta play the game, and when you know how to play it, and you know you at the highest level, you know you just playing. So you gotta use your resources wisely. You playing. So like, this shit is so fire, y'all. It's fire. The more you realize who you are, the more fire this becomes. The less you remember, the more fucking depressed, and this shit sucks. Why am I in this? What is going on here? The more you do that, you're sending the signal to your highest self that you're not ready. So your highest version of you is like, more, give him more. Give him more shit to stress about. Until that stress either breaks you down or kills you. Next body, next game. Reset. Boop, boop, boop. Spawn. It's a game. When you finally wrap your head and heart around this concept, life, and thank you so much for the gifts too. It means the world, seriously. Life will become, hush, life will become way more enjoyable. Yes, there will be a sense that you're surrounded by fucking bots. You'll have that sense. Yeah, so what? It is. Non-player character energy, it's okay. They're supposed to be here. You programmed them into this to have the experience of dualism, of somebody over there. That's it. You'll find also soul-based beings, God, consciousness-based beings as well. You'll mostly find them on TikTok until we become brave enough to say, fuck it, meet me here. But we're not brave enough yet to say, hey, if you're spiritual and you're on your shit, meet me here. Which we should be. But right now, we're surrounded by mostly non-player characters and a sprinkle of awakened souls. Again, mostly on TikTok. Alright, but that's okay. Because we're becoming more brave within ourselves to say, hey, do you trust your godliness? I trust mine. Let's meet. And in that meeting, there will be an explosion. But this is the reason why. I could not fathom, honestly, truly, speaking to another version of me, like legitimately, like just as aware, just as intelligent, just as wise as myself. It would be some of the most explosive energy just to sit around. Understand? Because you remember who you are truly. Now, when you're sitting around those who don't get it, that's easy. Oh yeah, I don't get it. I just got to transmute your energy. Let me just transmute this. But when you're sitting around people who get it, y'all are creating, y'all Taurus field and y'all auric field is as large as the universe. I know mine just personally. I don't see my energetic field as being small, as being like, oh, right here is my aura. No, my energetic field is life itself. My field is life. Life is the field, and my field is life. So I associate my reality as being that. So when you're around people just like you, the explosion of manifestation is going to be unbelievable. About time I find some good content. Peace, God, and now of the one infinite spirit. Indeed you are. Of course you are. How could you be anything else? You're brilliant. Thank you for being. Thank you for existing. Y'all make sure y'all like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to, only if you feel called to. You are loved, honored, and respected as if you are me because you are me. There's nothing else for you to be. Let's continue, y'all. Well, we're ending the game. We already ended the game, like I told you. We ended it already. So we're just living in the we're living in the last when they say the last days, is really the last days. It's the last days of us interacting with each other the same way we used to. Right? We're not interacting with each other the same way. We're coming on TikTok. We saying I love you. Like like what the fuck? What the fuck? That used to be weird back in the day. You know what I mean? Like 12 years ago. When I first rose to consciousness 12, 13 years ago, legit, I rose when I was 22 years old. That's when I rose to consciousness. Right? At that time, you going around, I love you, man. I love you like I love myself, man. That's weird to people. People are like, what the fuck? People haven't opened themselves up at that time. They didn't love themselves deeply enough to accept love. Barely from their mom. from their fucking lover. Let alone a stranger saying, yo, I love you. I love you like I love myself, and that's on me. That's on me, I love you. What the fuck? You don't even know me. I don't have to. I don't have to know you. I know that you're in the field of consciousness that exists, and I exist in it too. So I love you. The fuck, right? So now we're in a time where that energy and that expression is more open and felt, and people are accepting it. Oh, you love me? That's what's up, like legit, and I love you too. Fuck it. I love you too. Now what? Now we just cracking codes. This is the last thing they want you to say. This is the last thing they want you to. This is the last thing they want you. You understand? Is to be like, yo, I love you. Why? Because I unconditionally love life. I'm not talking about I love you because of the fucking bad shit you've done or any of. I'm not saying that they got bells hourly out here. So if the bells were gonna ring, I was gonna stop and let it do what it do. Bells are very rare, especially in different cities. But in my city, my hometown, they ring them bells. So that's beautiful. That's another reason why I call where I'm from Atlantis. Let's go. Here we go. Lock in. Human beings. Who loves trees? If you love trees, put it in the comments. If you love the mountains and how you observe them, put in say yes. If you love the sun and you love the glow of the sun, say yes. Right? If you love if you love the birds, say yes. Right? This is just an experiment. You guys love all of these things. These different beings. Right? The mountains, the trees, the stars, the moon, the sun. You observe it. You give it grace. You don't know. You just give it grace. You just see it as being. Now, go to your window. Look out at the next person that walks by. Do you love them? Hesitancy? Resistance there? Did you feel that resistance? Look at the random person walking by. Do you love them? Not what you think they might have done, right? Or what they might perceive. Simply by the act of observing them, the same way you observe a tree, the same way you observe the sun, the same way you observe the mountains, the same way you observe life. They're in life, aren't they? They're in life. Okay, so they're a part of nature. So am I. We're all a part of nature. And if that's the case, I'll give you grace for what you've done. Doesn't mean I have to hang out with you, but I'm going to love you on the highest level of reality, the highest level of what we really are, which extends beyond physicality or anything that you've done within this reality. And I know that you've done it simply to learn lessons as a soul. And if that's the case, who am I to judge your soul lessons? It's an illusion for me to judge your soul lessons. So I'm going to observe you like I observe the tree. I'm going to observe you like I observe the mountains. And in that observation, I send that specific energy to you, which helps to heal you. But if I'm observing you as a white man, I'm observing you as a black man, I'm observing you as a this or that or a this or a that, then I'm putting you in a box, and I can only give you that energy that I've been perceiving about you. But if I put you on the list of nature, you're on nature's list. And all the things that I listed off that we love in nature, I have to put the human on it too. Why wouldn't I? Especially, it's highly important to put the human on the list because human beings have a consciousness that in the most literal way affects matter. So if we can love on the other human versions of ourselves, then they'll feel the love, they'll express the love, and in turn our reality will move and morph into what we've always wanted it to be. Individually, we're already doing that. Y'all make sure y'all like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. Only if you feel called to support me directly, click the link in my bio, all things Movement T. If we love on each other with no conditions, that's unconditional love. That's really what unconditional love means. And again, when I say this, a lot of people probably automatically revert to the traumas and triggers of people and things that have done things to them, and they wish not to forgive or let go. You can forgive and let go and not hang out with that person, not be in that environment, not do any of that stuff. But the point is that the only person that feels the pain, hatred, and anxiety is you. When you're feeling the hatred towards another, who's the first person that takes on the brunt of that energy? Somebody put it in the comments. When you feel hate, who's feeling the hate? Whose organs are feeling the hate first? Who gets the full contact of the hate and the fear and the jealousy and the anxiety? Well, of course, it's you, your body. Wow. Thank you so much, Infinite. Thank you. Very rare galaxies. We don't get galaxies in these types of lives. If I was talking about love and hip hop, I might be. But thank you so much. It really means the world. Truly does. Infinite Spirit. Let me give you a follow. Not necessarily for the sake of that, but clearly you're invested in this energetically in some way, shape, or form, whether it be money or love. I don't know. But I appreciate it. For real. Here we go. We've ended the game. And I think that's my main point, is that we've ended the game on many levels. On the level of this, having this conversation, we don't see the subtle realities that we're affecting by even having this conversation. Subtly, we're affecting the news. Subtly, we're affecting the monetary systems, and it's becoming more overt as opposed to being covert. Like before, it was just, oh, we're doing our prayers and meditation affirmations, and we're studying the nature of reality. That's cute, but no, now it's bearing fruit and tangible results for even people who are at their most unaware. They're starting to ask questions like, what the fuck am I in? They're starting to ask questions like, why is time speeding up? Where the fuck did the summer go? Like, it's almost 2026 energy. Like, we're more than halfway through the year. More than halfway. So when you think about that in regards to time, what the fuck is happening? Well, you're speeding time. Here we go. Y'all ready? Of course you are. That's why you're here. Okay. The act of remembering vanquishes illusions. The act of remembering vanquishes illusions. So, the act of remembering vanquishes illusions. So, what have illusions? We've been claiming that space and time are illusions. That's what we've been claiming inwardly. And that claim is bearing fruits. In that, we're beginning to feel time so-called speed up, manifestations become instantaneous. What is that? This is a obvious indication that we're transmuting this so-called physical illusion into more of a quasi-physical, energetic, dream-like type of reality and scenario where the viewer of life instantly manifests what they think about. This realm was the realm where we practice how to think properly, where we practice how to choose properly, where we practice how to imagine properly. Because if we had the capabilities to manifest with the speed in which the dream realm does, we'd all be in trouble. Why? Because we be thinking crazy shit. So when you think crazy piece, yes, awake in the dream, exactly, lucid dreaming, but in the waking life, in the waking world. This is an extension of the dream. This life is an extension of the dream world, but in slow motion. But you're speeding it up. Does that make sense? So that's why we call manifestation, but it's delayed manifestation. In the dream world, it's instant manifestation. Apple, fly, instant. But this is becoming that. You're becoming the instant manifester because this is a fucking dream. And I'm a dream character, and so are you. Like, this character that we're experiencing is a dream character. It's not real. It's no different than when you go to sleep and you head into the dream realm. You play many, many roles, more than likely because you're so locked into this earth reality. Let the train go by. More than likely because you're locked into this earth reality piece, yes, the field reacts much more quickly. And I think that's really what we have to, that's why we have to study both of the waking world and the dream world. We have to study both of them. We have to. Yes, definitely a confirmation. We have to study both of these worlds because the dream world has been giving us glimpses of what we're about to do here ever since we were born into this realm. That's what the dream world's purpose was. It was to give us signs, symbols, understandings of how of our actual abilities, even while in the waking life of seeming limitation. But now that you've risen in consciousness, okay, I like this example and I give it a lot. But if you have heard this, just lock in with me. It's important for people to hear. You ready? When you lay your head down and go to sleep and you go into the dream realm, yeah. When you go into the dream realm and you're not conscious while you're in the dream. You're just dreaming. You're at the whim of your subconscious, which is giving you environments, events, people, and different places that you've experienced in the waking life, all jumbled up and confused within a dream, so that you can have a realm to experience and give you symbolisms for the waking life. Give me a second, I got you here. Then you wake back up to this life. You wake back up, you're like, oh shit, I had a dream. That was crazy. In this dream, I was here, and this person was there, but this person really didn't mean what they usually mean in my waking life, and this person. So you have these unconscious dreams while you're there that symbolize things that will potentially happen in your waking life. Please lock in with me. Follow me here, okay? Now you go back to sleep. You go back into the dream world. You catch them Z's. And when you go there, while you're there, you wake up in it. What is that called? That's called a lucid dream, meaning the you that I'm talking to is aware while they're asleep. The you that's like here is aware that you have a wakeful life, meaning, oh shit, I'm in a dream and my body's in my bed. That shit. That's lucid. That's a lucid dream. You're having a dream, but you're aware that you're dreaming. Okay, now what the fuck does that? How is the me that's here? How do I get there in a conscious way? Aware. It's because you're a spirit, your soul. You're not just your body. Okay, got that established? Now, while you're there, you have the full range and capabilities of that realm. So when you think a thought, instantly it pops out. You can fly, you can experience any world. That's what the dream realm is trying to get, the glimpses of power that the dream realm gives you when you're lucid dreaming, meaning you fly, anything you could think of. You can create whole universes in your dream once you become lucid and start to control it. Lock in with me. Then you come back to the waking life. This life, you wake up and you're so excited, maybe scared, maybe dismayed about the lucid dream that you just had. You're like, what the fuck was that? I was fucking there. Who can I talk to about this? You probably try to talk to your friend. And when you go to your friend, naturally, since your friend thinks this is real, they're going to tell you that this is real and that's an illusion. So you're going to be like, yo, I had a lucid dream last night, man. Like, I was there, yo. I was flying. I was doing everything. I was having sex. I was doing all types of shit. I was there and I was doing it, right? Lock in. They're going to be like, oh, that sounds like a nice dream. That was cool. That's nice, but it's just a dream. No, bro. No. It's not just a dream, bro. I was there. The me talking to you right now was making decisions there. I was making decisions, and when I said something, it popped out. It wasn't just a dream. They're lying to us. But then you just be like, you know what, you don't get it. Let me try to find somebody that gets it. So you probably just go on TikTok and type in lucid dreaming. Here we go. Okay, let's get back to it now. Okay? Now, the point of me saying that, but please like the live. Tap the screen, y'all. Make sure y'all like the live. Share the live. Give gifts if you feel called to. Only if you feel called to. All things MMT are in my bio if you feel called to. I will be having a live performance on my birthday, which is the 28th. Either the 28th or the 29th. I'll get back to y'all. A live performance with me and my twin brother for our birthday. And another man named Rob Nichols, who is a co-founder of IMU TV, which is Independent Music Universe TV, which I have signed to about 2.5 weeks ago. So I'm excited about that. So I'll be having a live performance coming up very soon. If you guys want to support me on that as well, I do remember where I was, so don't worry, guys. If you guys want to support me directly, you can hit the PayPal. It'll show that it's the energy exchange. If you feel called to, only if you feel called to. If the spirit moves you to support, please do. Here we go. Amethyst, I see you, goddess. I see you. Thank you so much for your continued support. It really means the world, truly. Now let's continue. All right, here we go. Dream world? Yeah, dream world. You ignore it every day. Oh, it's just a dream. Okay, whatever. You say, yeah, but you come back to Here we go. I got you. I'm going to make it make sense. I'm going to tie it in because it's what I do. Lock in. Okay. Now imagine, if you will. Yeah? Imagine you go to the dream realm and you remember imagine you can remember your dream every night. Imagine you can remember your dream every single night, but you know that the dream realm is vast and unending, and there's so many different possibilities of the things that you can experience while in the dream realm. You know that. Now imagine when you go to the dream realm, you have the same exact dream every fucking night. Track with me here, follow where I'm going. Track with me, right? Follow where I'm going. Every night you go to sleep, you remember your dream. But when you get there, it's the same fucking scenario, the same exact thing. On a loop, almost. And you see the same type of characters and shit. Imagine, like, you keep coming back and you're like, damn, why do I keep having the same exact fucking dream with the same characters, the same loop? And it's kind of like, but mind you, you're not lucid in the dream. You're not lucid in it. You're just in it, but you remember it. You're not lucid there. You just lock in. You're not conscious there. I think you know where I'm about to head here, but just let's see where the movie goes, right? You're in the dream world. You remember the dream. You're not lucid, but you remember it every time you wake back up to this life. You're like, why the fuck do I keep having the same dream? Okay, nice, cool. Now, what I'm suggesting to you is that this waking life is the dream that you keep waking up to. That's the same over and over and over and over until you become the lucid dreamer in it. Life itself, this is the actual dream. You are dreaming right now, playing a role as a character that you think you are. Your character's on a perpetual loop of whatever you've put the character through and told the character that it was. Because everything in life is whatever the conception of the viewer is, whatever your belief is. That's what life will be. So you're on a perpetual loop, and then you have these other characters, these dream characters. I'm trying to give you an understanding of what the fuck this is. The dream characters in your life, they seem so real because they are invested in their role so deeply. There's no awakening factors in their consciousness of actually thinking or pondering that this might be an illusion, that it might be an illusion. Just might. They don't think that way. They're locked into their role. You now begin to start questioning shit in the dream. You start to ask yourself, is this real or am I just dreaming? Nah, this gotta be real because it feels so real. Okay, but doesn't the dreams? Have you ever had a dream that felt so fucking real that it followed you throughout the day? You like, God damn, I can't shake this dream off. I gotta talk to somebody about this. Yo, I had a dream last night. This shit was so scary. I was running away from a clown and the fucker was just chasing me. And it felt so real. Oh, didn't it? What I'm suggesting is that this is the most feel real dream you've ever had. This is the most dense God could ever be. God's energy. It's the most physicalized God's energy could be. But you've experienced physicality in another way, but more of a quasi-physical way when you go to sleep, lock in. Yet woke up crying, face wet, carried emotions all morning. That's crazy. Life is the dream. Life is the dream. Let me give you an example of what I mean by that. Lock in with me, please. I'm going to make it make sense for you. If at the base level of reality, at the base level of the material world, which is supposed to be hard matter, if at the base of that are atoms, and when scientists study the atoms, they realize that the atom was made of 99.999% empty space. So the building block, I got you, track with me. So the building blocks of the material world can't be regarded as material at all. So what is it really? It's energy. It's consciousness, pure consciousness, not formed yet, unmanifest consciousness. Lock in with me, would you please? Okay, so if the truth of reality, if the truth of God is non-physical and formless, then anything that takes a form is built of, made of, and molded out of the energy of consciousness, of source. The cars, the cat, the trees, the stars, the moon, the you, the me. We are made of that energy, made manifest in matter, frozen in time as a human, as a car, as a cat, as a tree, as a star, as a moon, as a dog. But as you, the one hearing my voice, the consciousness, remembers that it's their consciousness that makes anything what it is in the first place. The viewer is what's viewed, and what's viewed is a part of the viewer. The dreamer? Yeah? The dreamer? You are the dreamer, and life itself is your dream. You have so many dream characters that confirm that you are what you said you were or the character you've built. Lock in with me. Born into a realm of forgetfulness on purpose to play the game of separation. If that's the case, and you were born into a realm on purpose of your slate wiped clean of memory, whatever you built from birth till now has become who you believe yourself to be. And anybody that was a part of that building of that character confirms and reaffirms that character, because that character helped them build their character, and that character helped them build that character. And all the characters were built based on the other characters. So we all affirm our illusory characters. None of the characters are real. They're all illusions. Lock in with me. And if that's the case, God hid itself within itself to never come to end of itself. I think that's my main point. Beautifully put. My main point is that there is nothing other than God. There is nothing other than you. You're the... Okay. From your vantage point, the one who hears me, hears me. The one who sees me, sees me. The one who sees the sun, you're the fucking validator. You validate existence. You witness life. And without that witness, is there a life? The first thing that you say with your logical mind is, well, there's other people that are here too doing it. Are there? You're the one who sees them. And you cannot discount the act of seeing, because the act of seeing is the act of molding God's energy, or freezing God's energy into time. How the eyes see is limited, and what the eyes are able to capture is limited. So am I actually seeing a wall, or am I seeing a frequency range of energy that's only allowing me to see a wall? And once I've raised the vibration of my body, consciousness, and all of that good stuff, I get to see the ties that bind myself to the car, to the wall, to abundance, to whatever the fuck I think is separate from me. None of it's separate from me. That's the illusion. It only seems to be separate from me. I'm in a dream. And I remember now. And I'm lucid dreaming. And you guys are all characters within my dream. And I'm a character in yours. And there's only one God looking through every eye, and varying degrees of awareness of itself. Whether you're aware of the dream or not, it's not. I don't care. Let's go back to the lecture. I don't want to go. Let's go back to the lecture. Lock in with me. Okay. When I go back to the quote unquote dream realm, the actual reality, heaven. Okay. Imagine with me, I'm in a school setting in the dream. Just imagine with me. I'm in a school. Thank you so much for the gifts. It means the world. Imagine with me that I'm in a school setting in the dream. I'm just chilling in the classroom. In a dream, though. We're in a dream. Not this that you think is so real. I'm in a dream and I'm chilling and I'm just in the dream, you know? And then one of the dream characters comes up to me. Lock in. One of the dream characters comes up to me. He's like, you know, you're in a dream, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not. This is real. What are you talking about? What? I don't know. I'm not conscious in a dream yet. I still think that this is real. You know you're in a dream. And they just keep saying, you're in a fucking dream. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Leave me alone. And then I realize something clicks. Oh, shit. Fuck. You're right. This is a dream. I'm on my bed somewhere. In my room, I think. This is a dream. How the fuck didn't I know that? I don't know. Thank you so much for letting me know that I'm in a dream. Damn, how did I forget? Thank you. And the dream character's going to be like, I'm just a fucking character. I don't exist, but I guess you're welcome. You sent me to say this. It's just a character in your dream. And then when you wake up, you're like, oh, shit, thank you. Okay, now let's go back to the waking life. Let's come back here now. Now we're here. Now we're back, right? We're back. Okay, you ready? Yeah, we're back. Okay, now. You go about your life. You just living your life. I don't know where you're at. You're just on your bed and you're clicking through, you're scrolling through TikTok. You're scrolling through TikTok and then you land on Moon Man T. And then he says, this is a fucking dream. It's a dream. It's a dream. You're in a dream. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Wake up. No, I'm not. How's it a dream? All right, let me break it down to you. Physics, spirituality, dream. And you're like, oh, shit. Eventually, maybe not immediately, but eventually. Damn. Fuck. I am in a dream. Thank you, Moon Man T. Thank you. And I'm like, you know I'm just a dream character, right? You sent me to say this. But you're welcome, I guess. Peace to you in the now of the one, the only now, and the only one. I appreciate every single one of y'all for listening to me rant. I really love doing this because it's just, I made this my life because life is a dream. It really is. And when you're, finally able to express that, it means the absolute world to you, especially coming from the environment that I've come from in this particular realm. Y'all make sure y'all support me directly if you feel called to. If you feel like you got anything from this lecture, you can hit the the PayPal directly. I don't care if it's $1. It means the absolute world to me. This is my PayPal, Stephen Lee 177. Yes, that is my Earth name, Stephen Lee. I am a Lee. Many people be like, you a Lee? Like, yeah, I'm a Lee. This is my PayPal, Stephen Lee 177. Yes, that is my Earth name, Stephen Lee. I am a Lee. Many people be like, you a Lee? Like, yeah, I'm a Lee. Rhythm's different. You see 64 people in here. When I was in Abu Dhabi and Dubai and Egypt not only a fucking week ago. Everything was like, my algorithm was torched being out of the country, having different SIM cards and all that stuff. But now that I'm back in the country, you know, the algorithm's like, all right, you're back. We'll boost you again. We'll boost you. But I appreciate you guys for pushing me. I appreciate you guys for supporting me. Make sure you support that PayPal if you feel called to. I don't care if it's $1. It helps me on my journey and continue to speak to the collective the way that I'm able to do so. I'm just a mirror of you. I'm not higher or lower than you. I'm just a version of you that might have uncovered the fact that we're in a fucking dream. And there's many other versions of us that you might resonate with more or less or the same. It doesn't matter. We're all one. It doesn't matter. Truly. So wherever you get your information from, as long as you resonate with it and them, we good. And take what you will and leave the rest. Let's continue. God almighty, we are in something fucking grand and beautiful. So how does this affect direct? See, we're in a vortex right now discussing the nature of reality and how reality flows. But as soon as you begin to think about the grounded reality, meaning the reality that you're used to, all of that seems to like float away. So when you turn this off and you start thinking about the bills and the all that shit, you start getting back into the illusion. You start getting back into the game. And that's okay, because we still are grounded in this realm. We're still playing the game a bit. That's okay, right? I think my main point is what you really have to do while you're here, while you're in it. While you're in it, is look at it from a bird's eye view while you're doing it. So when I'm dealing with bills or paying or money or whatever the case is, I still remember that. I still remember that, okay, let me not get emotionally riled up by these types of energies, because there's some beings, that these other versions of me, these other dream characters that have known we were dreaming for this whole time. They knew. I'm trying to, that's a whole nother topic, but we'll talk about that. The point is that when you remember that you're dreaming, you infuse that energy into everything that you do. Make sense? Of course. Okay. Now, when we're talking about governments and things like that, we're talking about the monetary systems and all these things that seem to be outside of our scope of something that we can affect. It's a fucking illusion. The reason why the governments are crashing, the reason why they're going to war so hardcore, the reason why the fucking distractions are so powerful now, the reason why that's occurring is because we're finally up and at 'em. We're here now. We're up. And if this is a dream and what I pay attention to manifests, and I'm not paying attention to them, that means that they're quite literally going out of existence. And the more that their energy gets fucking taken away, the more they lash out and try to make a bigger fucking stink, so to speak, to get your attention. Because it's always been about your attention. It's never been about working. It's never been about money. It's never been about nothing. It's been more so about, none of the things that you think it's about is not about. It's about your life force. It's about you going to work. It's not about you. It's not about money. It's about you going to work and spending your energy there. Because on the back end, whoever created these systems is getting fed that energy, that life force. So, hope that makes sense. Yeah, energy harvesting, 100%. Energy harvesting, and they're crashing out. They're actually going out of existence. Like they're legitimately disappearing from reality. That's what's happening. They're disappearing from reality because, again, the frequency that we're on, if anything isn't in resonance with that frequency, it either has to transmute, mold, or it'll die off. That's just it's just energy. It's science. It's resonance. It's resonance. And the system that we've been living under is not in resonance with the version of us that we've emerged into. Like the dream character. Like, I'm a dream character. I remember. Like, I'm not only the dream character, but I'm the dreamer. So if I'm the dreamer, I have full control over this. You as well. Thank y'all for being here, man. It really, really means the world. Y'all really been showing up, man. That shit is really, I'm telling you, like, when you come from a place where people don't really honor what you have to say, they somewhat do, but at the same time they don't truly honor your perspective. They just, deal with you. They like your energy, but they don't like to dig deep in reality. And you're able to come on these apps and, you know what I mean, talk about the nature of reality for real. That shit means the world, man. Yes, but I have a few things that I gotta do today. Not right now, but I'm excited about this fucking reality, man. I'm excited about what's happening in my personal reality. Being able to be grounded again. I have the thank you so much. Again, I have the Awakened Fair. Not Awakened Fair. I said Awakened Fair. That's Terrytown. I have the I have a conference in Austin, Texas. The 20th and 21st, I will be a keynote speaker. Peace. Excuse me, giving a lecture on the dream realm when we're going deep. So you guys are going to be able to watch that, observe that, be a part of that. If you want to come physically, the link is in my bio for the tickets. To see me personally, grab a book, get your book signed, the whole 9 yards. I will be having an event in New York, so those that are in New York or have the means to come to New York, I'll be having an event more than likely early October. I'll set that up. I'll put the Eventbrite out. Y'all be able to get your tickets. They're not going to be expensive for the New York one. They'll probably be like $50 or something like that. 50 to $100 for the event coming up in October. But the event in September 20th to the 21st, that's in Austin, Texas. So if you guys want to pop out, y'all can pop out. I just remembered / harvest free energy. Indeed, we can harvest and harness free energy. Like, this is why you're becoming so fucking powerful, because you're not dealing with the programs, right? Legitimately, you're not dealing. You're harnessing infinite energy, and then as soon as you think about something, that shit, the wheels of creation start to go into motion easily, because your energy's not fragmented. Your energy's in the now. It's here. Like, when your energy's fragmented in all types of different shit, thoughts, ideas, fears, and all, like, you're fragmented. So it's hard for you to really, it's hard for your energy to be directed specifically to a particular thing or project, right? But now, you know, we're freeing ourselves up. We're freeing our energy from the matrix. We're doing our thing. We're living our life. We're loving our life. We're manifesting and materializing things with ease, and we're becoming exactly who the fuck we were meant to be. The one dreamer who remembers their place within reality. I love you guys. Thank you guys for coming. I'll be back within the next hour or so. I'm gonna go get myself together. It might be a little longer than that, but I'll be back maybe around 12-ish. I have like a rehearsal at 1 or 2. And yeah, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all support me in all things MMT. Hit the PayPal if you feel called to. It's in my bio as well. So if you feel called to, maybe, you know, if you got some energy and you're like, you know what, I want to hold MMT down with $1 or $2. Doesn't matter. It's all a part of the game and all a part of my journey. So if you wish to support, please do. You are loved, honored, and respected as if you are me, because you are me. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Hey.